late, I apologize, is he got an emergency and he had to take care of business. I mean, he is always on call, Dr. V. I say right on.
I have to help my patients.
And even when I call him in the middle of the night when I'm losing it, he says to me, call me anytime. It doesn't matter. He always answers my calls. He assumes I'm going to lose it anyhow. We can't get away with it. We tried a new thumbnail. It didn't work. I'm going to try it again. I don't know what I'm doing. This old thumbnail's working, so we're okay there. And here we go. As we're asking today, what did I put on there? Why does Trump's sound and fury signify nothing or virtually nothing? Okay. And of course, everyone, we're an opinion group. That's what we do. We take the facts and then we talk opinion. That's our business here. Also, since everybody, so many of our MAGA friends love guns, I've got the Wyatt Earp on behind us. Guns and killing in black and white should make everybody happy. Like, I like good action, but here's your guns in action. And Wyatt says, hey, Spartacus, love you. And Wyatt says, don't bring guns into town. That's Wyatt Earp. He says it the way it is. Okay, here we go. Let's start talking. Yesterday, this is like so perfect. He goes in, he brings in Netanyahu. We're talking Gaza. You all know the Gaza war. Everything's going to happen. And Trump's going to take over Gaza. He's going to take over Gaza. I want to know from my MAGA friends, from our MAGA friends, is this what we were going to get as a president? A guy going in to take over another group? But this is what's so interesting. He's going to take over Gaza, but he's not going to pay for it. But he said he's going to clear everything out. He's going to make it beautiful. It's going to be the Riviera, the Caribbean.
What's the chance there's going to be a Trump Tower? That's what I want to know.
Well, I told you, as we put in there in one of my posts, I said we need to already reserve a room at the Trump Gaza Hotel on Rafah Street. Absolutely. And you know what's going to happen. He's got to do it. But we go with this, and he's saying, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take it over. I'm going to run it. And then he says he doesn't say, his other people go, oh, we're not doing that. I don't know if we're sending troops. I don't know if we're sending money. We're not doing nothing. And we're back to the same BS that Trump puts out all the time. Sound and fury signifying nothing. And then you have these people on Fox. This is what they were saying today. I love it. Fox, I love it. Goes, he's smart. What he's doing is he's putting this out there to make people think. We have to think outside the box.
Outside the box.
And I'm going, what box are we talking about here? The cat litter box? Is that what we have to look at? I mean, come on. This guy is so full of it. Netanyahu, I've never seen a happier guy in my life. And he's sitting there, and Trump says, and we're just going to move him out. Think what would happen if we did all that. None of the Arab countries want to have anything to do with the Palestinians. Let's understand this, okay? Everybody yells. I think the Palestinians get a bad rap. The people, the Hamas and PLO. The PLO, the head of the PLO is, what is he, 110 years old? I mean, it's you got to wonder about this. But they sit there and you go, whoa, what's going on? I'm sorry, Dr. V. I just can't understand. I'm just sitting here. My brain is scrambling, going, what's this guy doing? So he's going to come in and he's going to put these guys in Egypt and Jordan. Now, understand something.
That'll make those countries very stable.
Yeah, but who knows the history of the Mideast? Jordan threw out the Palestinians because Arafat tried to take over and tried to kill King Hussein of Jordan. Now, of course, Jordan used to be called Transjordan, had a lot of Palestinians, but he threw them out. He sent them to Lebanon because they tried to kill King Hussein. They want them now. They send them to Lebanon. They take Lebanon apart. The Israelis didn't help either, though. But they take Lebanon apart, okay? And they come in. And does anybody help them there? No. Does anybody help them anywhere else? No. The Egyptians used to run Gaza. You want to talk about a wall? Trump should take a picture of of what Egypt does with the walls on Gaza. They ain't letting nothing in. So if you bring these people in, 500,000, first of all, Trump goes, it is scrambled. The man's lost, but he is a genius. What are we going to say? So, and we should do My Pillow. There's a new mega deal on My Pillow. And Mike is selling one of his crosses, his personal crosses he's selling.
Personal.
What a deal on that, the Mike personal crosses. Thanks, Mike. Like your crosses are better than anybody else's crosses. Nice to know. Throw in a pillow. So you're there, you go, if you bring in 250,000 Palestinians into Egypt, you know what's going to happen there? This Gaza sheets. You know what's going to happen? It's going to just shake the government up. You can have revolution. The same thing in Jordan. Is that what you want?
Right.
You want to move these people out. And then at the same time, when you sit back, you go, where's Saudi Arabia? You know, all these guys, they yell and scream. I don't want to hear about Shiites. I don't want to hear about Sunnis and all that. These are Arabs. They should be helping each other. They're brothers and sisters. That's just the way it should be, okay? And they do nothing for each other except blame everybody else for why the Palestinians have it so bad. Yeah, the Arabs should step up and do something. I don't know what, but you just can't take people, pick them up, put them in some cars and ship them over there. And who's taking title to all of this property? Is Trump also going to own the tunnels underneath so he can, he'll bring in Elon Musk. He'll do more boring underneath. With
Musk
wanted
he wanted tunnels in LA.
Hey, Dolly, love you. What?
He wanted to build tunnels in California for the
That's
transportation.
boring. That's the boring company, Boring. I don't mean it's boring. It's called the boring company because it bores underneath. And he's going to he only has one of these. So I think this is all part of Musk because Musk wants to go into Gaza and he already has a lot of these tunnels in there and he can just zip, zip, zip. So we'll have the Musk transportation system underground in Gaza. We're going to have the Trump Grand Hotel on Rafah Street, and the Grand Gaza Hotel on Rafah Street, and the world's going to love it, and it's going to be beautiful. And the people, and this is what's going to be even better, the Palestinians, we love you, Anna. The Palestinians are going to live a better life in all these other countries because they're going to treat them so well. They're going to treat them so well. They're going to give them food and housing and grass and sidewalks and education. That's what these countries are going to do for them because they love them so much. I mean, it's such BS. You just take it, shake it up, and throw it out. And that's the best part is the Fox people say, he's a genius.
He's a genius, stable genius.
He's a genius, and he's outside the cat litter box. He is the cat litter box, okay? Come on. What do you have to say, Doctor?
Yeah, I mean,
Gaza Largo, were those? Go ahead.
The question is he doing this where he knows?
Stephen, this is not Biden's war. This is Hamas's war. I'm sorry.
It's a bunch of crap, and he's just doing it to get attention, or does he really seriously think this is a reasonable plan? That's what
this is reasonable. His son-in-law, Kushner, when he was still doing his thing with them, talked about building hotels there. This is something they think about. It's development. He's going to put a Trump golf course there. I mean, that's where we are. This isn't Biden's war, guys. This is Hamas's war. This is Iran's war. This is that. That's what's going on. I'm sorry, okay? That's the bottom line here. But, what do you expect? But Trump, I just say you can't go on TV and go, I'm taking it over. I'm going to run it. I'm going to own it. I'm going to clean it out and then say, and have your spokesman say, well, we're not paying any money and we're not going to send any troops. Anybody remember what happens when we sent troops, when Reagan sent troops to Lebanon? Kaboom, okay? This is what Trump wants. What's he thinking? What is he? All sound and fury signifying nothing. But that's okay. That's what Shakespeare. He saw him coming, 400 or 500 years ago. Hey, Waffle. I say right on with all that, Waffle. Okay, I mean, that's where we are with this. What do you mean? I'll get off of it, but it's such BS. Because my best part is listening to Laura Ingraham and saying he's so smart. He's just a genius. He's just changing everything. God is here. He got shot. God did it. Remember we talked about that. God did it. I'm still waiting for somebody to send me the letter that God sent saying that he did it. And because God did it, Trump's going to go into the Mideast and he's just going to take over Gaza, which was owned by Egypt and owned by people before them, the people before them, the people before them, 3,000 years, the black hole of hate. And he's going to walk in there and just make it Trump land. MAGA must love this.
We
Go
have
ahead.
some good discussion in here. I want to hear from the MAGA folks what they think is so great that he's doing. That
Right.
he's throwing a hand grenade into a delicate situation. Is that going to make things better? Last time we talked about how he just took a sledgehammer to NIH funding, then he backs off. He takes a sledgehammer to immigration, then he'll probably back off. He takes
Oh,
a
he ain't backing
sledgehammer to
off
the Middle
there.
East, and then he'll
Uh-uh.
back off.
He ain't backing off on immigration. He's doing his thing. It's not a matter of immigration. It's a matter of getting rid of people. He's not dealing with putting together an immigration system. He's not dealing. I mean, these Republican senators are the biggest wimps I have ever seen. You want to talk about performative? They get up there and go, "Oh, I got a problem. I got a problem. I got a problem." But RFK Jr. is okay. He told me. Who was this? The senator, the Republican senator. He's the doctor. He told
Right.
me RFK Jr. He's going to talk to me. What kind of
Yeah.
BS are these guys laying on us? The Senate is giving up all prerogatives to this president. It was called checks and balances. We have founders that were smart and put it together. We don't have MAGA senators. Think about what's going on, guys. They're taking your power. And this is the best part about it. When the Democrats come back into power, because they will eventually, it always goes back and forth. They're going to do the same thing times 3. I mean, that's just how the game works.
I thought Trump got elected because he was going to end the war in Ukraine, lower the price of gasoline, lower the price of groceries.
Oh, he's
Have
lowered
those
the
things
price.
changed?
Haven't you seen the eggs? They've gone down.
Oh, they
They've
have?
gone down so much that Waffle House is charging an additional 50 cents per egg when you order it. It's really gone down, Joe.
Oh, my
It's
goodness.
really gone. And if I may just jump in, please give us thumbs up. We love you guys. We don't care if you're MAGA or you agree with us. We just think you're great. We're having this. This is tremendous. We're getting this first time we've gone twice a week. We're hoping for more. We love your comments. Thank you for your comments. Please give us thumbs up. Please go into Just an American Citizen. You're going to see I've been all over this, and subscribe. Please go into Dr. V Presents Joe Talks. Look at that stuff. We're rocking. Thanks for those. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for it. We love you guys. And that's the best part about this. We don't care if you think I'm Mike, the pillow guy. We don't care any of this. We have fun with our thumbnails. Look at our thumbnail. We are the PBs. But what we're going to do is we're going to tell you what we think, and we fight with each other. But I love them hearts. Thank you. We tell you what we think, and we appreciate what you think.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
he's talking to Putin. Yeah, he's talking to Putin. He's doing great. Who's he talking to Putin about? What's he talking to Putin about? Hey, meanwhile, they're still fighting in Ukraine. What happened to the 24 hours there?
How has he made? I want to know, how has he made a lot of money for America? Please explain that.
Mister, Mister, thank you for your point, but the point
last
is
I
Biden
checked
shut
my
it down.
Nvidia stock, it was down.
Yeah,
My Trump stock
anyway,
is down. My Trump
Why,
coin
what-
is down.
right.
Where am I making any money?
Let's hit a couple things here, just so you guys will know. As Joe talks, I can't really type and get in. I jump in and kind of talk, and I'm responding to some of your comments. So Joe will keep on talking because his point's very important, and I will quietly, at least in the Mark definition of quietly, will come in with our answers. Right on, Dennis, and see where we go. Okay. Muhammad, this discussion's about Donald Trump and Gaza right now. Really, we're asking, it's more than Gaza. What does MAGA think is going on? Why was everything Trump do have Signify sounding? Why is Trump always loud and yelling, but he signifies nothing with all the noise he makes? Like a little baby banging around.
Nitpicking is tired. Why did people vote for Trump? That's what I want to know. I thought it was because of inflation. That's what I kept hearing every day. He's going to bring inflation down.
Ashley picking. Gaza ain't picking. The guy said he's going to take over Gaza. The guy said he was going to throw things out. Let's go over a couple other things, Ashley. This guy has had Elon Musk take over our checks. How would you like somebody to show up at your house and say, I'm going to take over your checks, and I'm going to decide when I write them? He's going to say to Elon, don't write a check to this, don't write a check to that. What nitpicking. How about what he did? He did nothing in Mexico. He said he got 10,000 troops there. Biden already got that, and the Mexicans have promised it on and off. And keep this in mind, they can't even take care of their gangs. How are they going to protect anything there? Canada had already put their whole deal together. They just repeated it. If you read the paper, you'll see it came out months ago
what
when
did
they were
we get
trying to
out
make
of
Biden.
what did we
What?
get out of threatening tariffs with Canada and Mexico? That's what I
That's
want to
what I'm
know.
saying. Nothing.
Nothing.
Mexico was the 10,000 troops who have been coming in and out anyhow. And in Canada, they already put this thing together. It's bupkis. And we'll look at another thing that really kind of hits it all. Who made this deal that Trump doesn't like?
Trump.
Trump. Trump.
Too.
Hey, MAGAs, let's look at this. I can't calm down. This is too much fun. I love it. Thank you for your comments. But Trump made this deal. It was supposed to go through 2026. NAFTA wasn't working as far as he was concerned. He made a deal. He said, look at his quotes, the greatest deal of all time. Man, this is tremendous. And now 2 years early, he wants to break the deal? Come on.
He said whoever made this deal was an idiot. And it was
that's Trump. He's an idiot. Right. And then you take it. I mean, look at this. It's crazy. It's like, think about if you're a federal worker. You get a letter saying, hey, leave. I'll pay you for 8 months. You believe Trump. You think that Trump will pay you for 8 months. They'll find some reason why they ain't going to pay you. And there's a problem. And here it is. Speak the truth, MAGA. We're asking MAGA. What is it, guys, that you think that he's doing that's so good right now? Put it down here for it. He hasn't done anything with the school system. He has done nothing. He's just talking right now and taking out some of the education department, but he's done nothing. Yeah. He's bluffing. I don't know what he's bluffing. MAGA's okay.
He reminds me of a bully on the schoolyard.
We're Americans.
He reminds me of a big bully. He says, give me your nickel. And the guy says, I'll give you your nickel, but give me a nickel back. And he takes the nickel, gives the nickel back. Nothing happens. But then he goes around bragging, see, I took that guy's nickel.
And he still kicks him. He still kicks him below the belt. So that's why he still kicks him below the belt. And guys, you're missing us. No, I'm not a crying liberal. Let's understand something, okay? I am just an American citizen. For over 11 years, I've had an American flag sitting, excuse me.
Show us your facts, Jerry. Okay, so Jerry, I want you to.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tika. I'm sorry, Tika wanted to go ahead. Tika threw in her ideas. She agreed with us. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you saying, Joe?
Tika couldn't take it anymore.
She couldn't take it. So look, I've got an American flag up for 11 years. We are American as they come. It's got nothing to do with liberal or whatever. Look at some of the stuff on there. I've been very conservative on some of it, and have agreed with Trump on some stuff. You guys are missing. Yeah, let him bless him. Let all this stuff, all words, no action. That's just my point is we're talking the truth. What is it? I keep waiting. I have not. My dog never disagrees with me, Canadian. And I love you. Thank you. She's my girl. She ain't gonna disagree. That's my girl, Tika. What are you talking about? So I give her great meals for dinner. So what I want to know is what MAGA, we have not gotten an answer. Here we go. Thank God for Trump. Here we go again. Okay. Tell me what Trump has done. Tell Dr. V and myself what Trump has done since he has been in here that's been good. I keep waiting. And let Joe talk. No, wait, I let him talk. We go back, you guys understand, we go back 53 years. And even when he's talking, I'm mumbling underneath. This is the man. I love him. You kidding? We can tell you stories that would just make your hair curl, but we don't have much hair to curl, Joe. So it makes it really tough. But let me ask you, Joe and the Umagas, do you like the idea of Elon Musk, unelected, walking in and running our checkbook? I'm not talking about adding it up. I'm talking about having a pen and deciding if a check is going to be signed. Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, anything. If the Trump says to him, Trump's talking impound. Impound means if Congress passes a bill and says spend, he's going to impound it. But there's a constitutional issue there. But if he's got Elon Musk in there holding the pen and says, don't sign this check, Elon, and it doesn't get signed, the money doesn't go out. Hey, guys, this is real. Think about this. Listen to this. And you got to, and he's going to do it. If you don't think Trump's going to do it, then you don't know Trump. Of course he's going to do it. He's going to make it a big move and try to do it. Everybody's going to have a heart attack over it. You can't. You got to be prepared and roll with it. Please give us more thumbs up. We love all of you guys. MAGAs, give us thumbs up. We're willing to talk to you. We welcome you, along with our friends who agree with us. We welcome all Americans. Please give us thumbs up. Thank you. And a couple hearts help too. Makes Joe feel good. He feels warm. And there it goes. Joe loves it.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Joe. What were you going to say? What do you think about him owning the pen, Joe, and being able to sign the checks? Elon Musk and 10 guys who are 25 years old. What? Tell me.
I thought we didn't have where you could veto certain parts of the bill.
It's not a bill. He's in there. His Treasury Secretary opened the door and said, "Come on in, Mr. Musk." Now, even though some people say it's read-only the info, I don't believe that. You believe that? He has Social Security numbers. He has addresses. He has everything. Come on. This is BS. There are certain things, MAGA. You tell me, MAGA, what's so good about this? What's so good about this? Yeah, they were in their 20s. I think that's great. They were. George Washington was old. Thomas Jefferson was old. Sam Adams was old. God, I love American history. We could talk American history, whatever you want to talk American history. But Odysseus. But that's where we are with all that stuff. So tell me, MAGA, what's so good? What's so bad about it? Poncho, somebody came into your house and took a check. This is the check. And says, Poncho, you can't sign your checks. I know how much money you have in your account, and I'm going to sign the checks. Forget it. I'm going to sign. I don't care what you say. I'm going to sign your checks. That's what's wrong, Poncho. That's a real problem. And you can't tell me you agree with that. What do you say, Joe?
Yeah,
you want Trump signing your checks, Elon Musk?
No, I don't want Elon or Trump to sign my checks, and they better not mess with the Social Security checks. Then there'll be some real upset people, older people running around.
You think they care? You think they care?
So one of the Republicans is going to show some guts here. When are they going to stand up to him? I mean, he's basically getting rid of Article 1. There's no Congress anymore. He can do whatever he wants. When is Congress going to stand up and say, you can't do this? You can't do this.
William.
I mean, he's already got the Supreme Court packed.
William. He's got everything, Joe. And what I'm loving about these, I work for Tesla. My check looks good. Happy to hear it speak because he's making it happen. He knows how to, if you throw in 200 and some odd million dollars into an election, you know how to control the money. So you put more in your pocket. Let's get it straight here. But I'm looking at these comments and I'm going, MAGA's not telling us anything good that Trump has done. They go, God loves him. And God, thank you. And thank you. And we love Trump. And MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. But nobody's sitting here and saying, I don't want to hear about the last administration. Didn't let Elon Musk in there. What are you talking about to take over the checks? I want to hear what Trump's doing. Don't tell me yesterday. Don't tell me next week because nobody knows what's going to happen next week. You tell me now what he has done. That's good. With all this stuff he's been doing, I can't see it. I'm waiting. Deporting illegals, it was already happening. Biden had already signed the deal. All these that are going back to Venezuela, Biden had already started sending them back. Look, Joe and I agree. Biden blew it. MAGA, understand how we come from this, okay? It was just too wide open. We've been clear where we stand with immigration. We believe in immigration big time. But Biden didn't shut it down fast enough. He just let too many people in, and it came in too fast, and nobody's following him. I think he totally blew it, okay? But in the last 5-6 months, he shut everything down, whether it's for political reasons or not. That's what he did. So the numbers have been looking good. Trump hasn't done anything that much more. I mean, let's get to it here. This is the real. He cut the gravy trade. What gravy did he cut, Canadian? What gravy? Thank you for what you're saying. I'm not on you. But what gravy did he cut? Show me the gravy. Well, I'm reading him, Odysseus. Understand, can I ask, and you guys are the greatest. It is so hard to read this because it got this much
flying up.
and it's flying. God, thank you for these comments. But I'm trying to catch Joe. If you can see, he's looking down to see you guys understand. Joe's really focusing on our comments. He's great with it. He jumps in, he throws in stuff. Right? Am I right, Joe? And he throws in stuff, and then he jumps in with it. I'm in there trying to talk. As soon as I see a comment, I get lost. So I then try to let Joe, when he starts talking, I try to look at the comments and try to give answers underneath it all. Very
Has
tough.
money
Here we
stopped
go.
going to Ukraine?
What?
Has money stopped going to Ukraine? No.
Has money stopped going to Ukraine? Joe, are you there? Am I losing? You're back. Quit fooling around, Joe. Stop it. Has money stopped going to Ukraine?
Yes.
Biden sent everything. I don't know if there's more to go. We lost Joe again. He's always fooling with it. I can't believe it. And now I'm on my own. But I'm going to have to be on my own. And hopefully, Joe, because it's the second time we lost him, he's fooling around and playing with everything. So hopefully, Joe will at least go down at the bottom and start putting stuff in for us. Let's get back to where we were. Why should Elon Musk have that pen? But let's go on even more. I'll tell you this: the ambassador from Canada really blew it. He was on Brett Baer. You know, when you're fighting, don't sit there and start yelling and screaming and getting all defensive. Sit there and say what you should have said. Donald Trump made a deal. He's breaking the deal. Donald Trump made a deal. He's breaking the deal. What couldn't Joe take? Oh, did Joe? William, I think you're wrong. He's just technically he has issues. He'll be back. So it ain't our 51st state. And others said, and what? Trump understands. There he is. What did you do?
Oh.
Are you there?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Stop touching everything.
Okay. It went off. It went on. Jeez.
Stop. I told you he's back. You guys thought he couldn't put it. Joe, they were writing you couldn't put up with me anymore. I said that wasn't true. There, the hearts are coming back for him. Give him the thumbs up for Dr. V. I said there are the hearts right on his back.
I didn't do anything.
What are you doing? Don't put your finger on it. Don't do nothing. I saw your finger going everywhere.
Well, that's because I got a call coming in. I just want to get rid of it. Next thing I knew, I lost it.
Ignore it. If it comes in, just let it go.
Let it go. All right.
You can still see me when it's on, right?
I guess. We'll see.
Right, so don't touch it. Just let it ring and don't touch anything.
All right.
Excuse me, the hearts are back. Thank you. Please give us thumbs up. He fought to come back. He fought to come back to you. Please give us thumbs up. Please subscribe to Just an American Citizen. I think you'll happen all over this stuff. And Dr. V presents Joe Talks. Go to it. He actually
Just
puts
forget the
videos
presents.
up
I shortened it to Dr.
Thank you,
V.
Dolly.
Joe
We love
Talks.
you. Then Joe Talks. We love you.
Dr.
Joe's
V.
just going
Joe
crazy.
Talks. Simple to remember.
Well, Wendell, the issue, we're not arguing who won or lost in 2024. That's right. We're not arguing won or lost for 2024. Just like Biden won in 2020. We know that Trump won in 2024. It just kind of happened. What's the issue? Nobody's arguing that. I free Luigi, right? It's and let me tell you, if Kamala won, things would have been okay. America's can transition without somebody trying to come in and ignore the Constitution and break the laws and do what he wants and says, I'm the president and I can think we can just do it. It's not a matter of liberals, Mr. Good Citizen. I'm sorry, I can't see it. I'm sure you are a good citizen. I'm an American. I'm just an American citizen. So is Dr. V. It's got nothing to do with liberal or conservative.
Let's get rid of if you're liberal or Republican, Democrat. Let's look at what the problems are.
Pro-American
here
too,
sledgehammer. Let's really try to solve them.
Right, and that's what we're talking
about. There's a lot of good,
about.
common sense solutions for the problems that we have.
But we're not getting them. We're not getting them.
We're not getting them. That's for darn sure. And that's the issue. And I think the American people are losing, and the only group that's winning are the super rich folks. They can figure out a way around all this and enrich themselves.
They want to find the kids.
And the income, the wealth of the country is going to the very rich. And a lot of people are hurting, and we
hasn't gotten there yet, but it's getting there. You're right on. It's getting there. Let me tell you one other thing I want to hit. Remember drill, baby, drill. Remember drill. All right, drill, baby, drill. We're gonna drill it. Do you know the frackers aren't drilling? They've hit a number because they've been pumping out so much oil and gas during the Biden administration. Oh, everybody's going to, I can see smoke coming out of the MAGA's ears. Our friends, the MAGAs, are going to come in. Impossible. Look at the numbers. They blew the numbers out so well with the oil and gas that these frackers, these companies don't want to spend anymore because it costs them real money to be able to extract the oil. They have it set up in such a way that they don't have to borrow that much money. They can keep the cash going and they're set. He said he was going to run to Saudi Arabia, his friend there, MBS. MBS ain't reducing it. He needs the cash. So we're sitting there. It's been staying low on its own. And it's interesting. During the Biden administration, the last couple of years, it came down a lot. Oh, I see more smoke coming out of everybody's ears because facts bother people. Facts bother. Remember, we're not talking a fax machine. That's FAX. Facts bother people. When did Mike Lindell, let me tell you, who cares? And it does suck to be poor, okay? And it's hard, it sucks more when the billionaires are taking the money so the poor don't get it because there's always excuses. Why fund Medicaid, right? Why fund medical research? Think about we're going to have RFK Jr. Okay, Nicole, I say, okay. We got no problem. You love them, you love them.
God,
You sit there and you please just give us thumbs up because we agree with you on that. But come on, RFK Jr. Now you got a guy who's running around dropping bear carcasses up in Central Park. His cousin says he chops up chicks to give to his birds of prey. He thinks he's so cool. He runs up to people on a trail and says, please don't vaccinate your children. I'm so bummed I did. And then he goes up and testifies and says, I got nothing against vaccines. Who is he kidding? Okay. Look what he did down in Samoa. They run around. Then you got, what is his name? I'm having such a problem remembering the doctor's name, who the Republican who had issues. They don't have issues. Trump called him up, kicked his butt, and he said, oh, they're going to talk to me. They're going to talk to you. They ain't going to say nothing to you. They'll talk to you and do what they want. RFK Jr., look, you know what's so great? He said, everybody says to me, my friends who love him, RFK Jr. says that great food, good food makes you live longer and it's better for you. And I went,
wow.
I didn't know that.
Holy
I did. Did you know that, Joe? That if you eat fruit,
that.
it's good for
I thought
you?
McDonald's food was better for you.
Oh, I did too. I thought Wendy's and all of them. I'm stunned that our new head of HHS said that. Wow, he should be.
Maybe
he should be. He's so smart. Maybe
he should talk to his boss first and try and convince his boss to eat healthy.
No. It doesn't matter. He's telling the rest of us but what he's telling us is it's so original. Nobody else could have figured it out. Wow. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is the perfect example of the broken clock theory of being right twice a day. And I don't even think Kennedy's right that much. Every now and then he hits one. Everybody goes, yeah, RFK Jr., RFK Jr. BS. This is the guy you want running. Wait till people start getting sick. I got Dr. V here. They were cutting off research. They're cutting this off. If the research doesn't make them happy, they're not going to do it. No, Liz, he's not being honest. What has he done? Tell me. He's being transparent. What is Trump being transparent about? He said yesterday he's going to take over Gaza. Today, his people say, not really. We're not going to pay for it. Is that transparent or is that just lying? So, I mean, that's where we come down with it, guys. I'm with you. This guy's just horrendous. Go ahead. What's he going to do to medicine? What's going to happen to our medicine?
Well,
go ahead.
So, I mean, the general overarching point is that you need to look forward. You can't just keep looking for what makes me feel good now. It's what's going to be good for the country in the long run. Doing research may not make you feel better today, but it's going to be healthy for you in the long run. Giving money to poor countries may not make you feel good today, but it helps improve the relationship. So it helps you in the long run. You can't just look at what's in your immediate self-interest. You have to look at what's in the long-term interest of the country and our society. And the current president doesn't do that. He focuses on the here and now, and that's to our detriment.
That's right, Tom, in Texas. And then we had a full depression after the 20s. You are totally correct, Joe. And remember what's going on here. The more we try to cut people off, remember we talked about this how many months ago during the election, Joe? We were let's talk about these tariffs and these walls. And I kept saying, What everybody forgets, nobody took American history. We had a depression in the 30s. It was because we had no regulation. The banks could lay out all the money they want to lay out. People are going, well, you don't have to worry. Yeah, you got bank rate. You let the bankers do what they want to do. Ball game over. You want the billionaires to do what they want to do. They're going to make money. You can't get mad at them. That's what they do. That's what they're in the business for doing. But they're going to do it at everybody else's expense. And they'll throw out a little bit here and they'll throw out a little bit there. Man, it sounds like this type of stuff that Marx talked about. We all read stuff about
Yes.
Marx. I don't think these guys understand. I don't mean Marx, M-A-R-K''S. I mean M-A-R-X. And they talk about how the capitalists throw it out just to keep the people happy. Give them a little bread, give them a little of this, give them.
You're not even giving much bread out. You're not even giving
No, Joe, I'm really not. Go ahead. What?
They're not even throwing much bread out to the people now.
Why
At
would
least
they?
the billionaires in the past, the Rockefellers, had nonprofit agencies where they gave some money back. Now there's not even that. There's not even that. It's I mean, what kind of country
Nicole, thank you. I'm happy
do you
to
want
make you laugh. Go ahead.
do you want to be the bully on the schoolyard or the person who defends the bully? MAGA has
Well,
all
that's
these
it.
guys that think he's such a
Can't
tough
back down to what
guy,
he's doing now.
testosterone, but a real man, defends people who are weaker, not goes after people that are less strong than you. You don't pick on the
I don't
weakling
agree, Nicole.
to show what a man you are.
Sure blowing it now.
Keep looking at that. Does he just pick on the weaklings? Is he
It
only tough
doesn't
for
matter.
people
Listen,
who are weak?
you're back to your stuff. I love you. Who cares about weaklings and that? And we're in a different world now. They just believe you got to be tough. You got to do your thing. I showed you when I was ripping off my shirt during the Republican National Convention because I was talking about the Hulk. I love it. That's what it is. It's the masculine. It's what it is. You can't worry. I mean, I wish, but you can't worry about what a man is supposed to be. It's just got to be. I'm a tough guy. I'm not going to take a shower for a week. I'm going to grow a beard. I'm going to let my hair get greasy, and I'm going to scream and yell at everybody, and not really give reasons for why I'm taking a position. Except we got to be tough, and we got to do this. We got to take over the Panama Canal. So what are they going to do? They're going to reduce. They're going to say we don't have to pay tolls. Our Navy. How much does our Navy pay tolls for? About $1 million a year. That's really going to affect the budget, and they're going to slow down what the Chinese are doing.
That's couch change for these guys.
Right. Right. Let me tell you, Dash, millionaires create jobs, but billionaires take them too. And they take the money. And the whole idea is to take it for themselves and maybe throw it down. Let me ask you, they put millions of dollars behind Trump. Elon Musk put 220 millions or thereabout behind Trump. How can you say that that's taking care of the people? That's taking care of the people who own stock. Because they know he goes into China, he's going to you'll see it happen unless he and Trump fall out. He'll be in China. China loves him. And Tesla will work its way through China. And maybe he'll get the franchises for the Chinese batteries here. That's what's going to happen. That's the whole idea. This isn't helping people. It's helping the Chinese. It ain't helping Americans. It's helping Tesla stockholders. That's about where we are there. Trickle down. Nothing trickles down. I know what trickles down. I don't want to say it. Nothing trickles down. Please give us a thumbs up. I'm loving these comments. These are great. This is our first time on Wednesday.
I appreciate all these comments, and especially people who don't agree with me. I really like to hear what you say, and especially if you can have a couple of facts to back them up. That's great. I want to learn. I always want to learn new things.
Thomas, great idea. I'm with that, Thomas. Very good, Joe. I'm with you. This is great. Thank you for the thumbs up. This is our first time on Wednesday. We're going to keep this Wednesday going at 5. What do you think? Just so you'll know, we also do live every Sunday at 11. So there's just too much going on. It's like, I forget who asked, can't you wait 3 weeks? We really kind of waited before Trump was sworn in to not give Trump any trouble because we kept saying, who knows what he's going to do? We'll see when he gets in there, right, Joe? Well, now he's there, and we got to do this. We should almost do it every night. This guy doesn't stop. I almost love him for it. He gives us so much to talk about. It's so tremendous. I love it. He's just really a problem. And here we go again. Mike Lindell. I'm not selling crosses.
Last time it took like 55 minutes to get to Mike Lindell.
We're getting so many now.
Today was like 5 minutes.
Right. It's absolutely great. Oh, the other thing, birthright. A judge stepped in today and said Trump can't stop birthright. Let's get back to birthright again, MAGA friends. The Constitution says I don't want to hear that these illegal immigrants come in there and they can't be stopped because they can't be Americans. It doesn't say that in the Constitution. And you get these goofs, and they're really goofs. I don't know if they're real lawyers. I'm sure they know they're real lawyers, but they're just like, ooh, they can't read English or they have trouble reading English. Okay, it's all opinion. But the law says, the Constitution says, number one, you want to amend it, you got to do a whole bunch of things. Number two, it says, what's it, the 14th Amendment? If you're born here, you're an American. And if America has jurisdiction over you. And the Trumpers are trying to say, well, they're illegal, so we really don't have jurisdiction over them. Really? Are we putting them in jail?
We have
Are we? Let me ask you, Joe. Are we locking them up? Are we throwing them out of the country?
Jurisdiction. That's the only people not under our jurisdiction are what, the people with
diplomats.
Yeah,
diplomats, and I think students are under jurisdiction. It's diplomats and somebody else.
Diplomatic
Otherwise,
immunity. That's it.
Right. That's because you are a diplomat from the other country. But if you have a baby here, it's very, very simple. It's very, very simple. This is what the Constitution says. And a judge came up and said it. Another judge challenged the lawyers who signed it and said, are you really I can't believe you did this. But this is the kind of stuff that's going on. So don't take me, well, you think it's that easy, mister? Try to amend it. It just ain't that simple. It takes, I think, 3/4 of the House and the Senate. I think it takes 3/4 of the states, and it ain't happening. It ain't happening. You couldn't get the ERA through, you ain't getting this through. So he's trying to get that through, but the bottom line is, this is what the Constitution. So what do you mean, let Ford have a baby in your living room floor and clean your house? Oh, no. Dash, I'm sorry. Factually, where's that coming from? I don't know. Can somebody tell me where Dash is coming from with those facts? He's got have a baby on the floor and the house. And wow, I didn't know about that.
Just when we complimented the comments, Dash shows up.
Dash, come on. Come on, Dash.
Let's go. Let's up your game a little bit, Dash.
Right. He is going to do a dump truck company, the truth, because what's happening is he's talking about that sovereign wealth fund. Now he's going to be running sovereign wealth. And my favorite is watching. You were talking about the Trump stock. I love looking at his little souvenir coins that he calls his crypto. It's making me make billions on that. Melania comes in with her little picture. Oh, I'm smiling. She gets her crypto in there. And these people are just ripping people off for billions of dollars, which is okay because you're willing to do it. You're willing to spend your money. You want to do it?
I just feel bad for the sheep that they're willing to give up the fur off their back for this guy when he doesn't care about you. He doesn't care. He cares about himself and he cares about his rich buddies. He made that clear during his inauguration. Who got the good seats? His rich buddies. Everybody else had to huddle outside in the cold or go in the convention center.
No, you had regular people there. Are you sure you saw the same person I saw, Dr. V? Are you sure? I mean, wow. Mark Zuckerberg isn't that rich.
Oh, he's not
Tim
that rich.
Cook isn't that rich.
No,
Elon Musk isn't that rich. I mean, you know they're poor people. Come on. You know better than that. You know better than that.
I feel bad for him, man.
Mister, we're not cheap, my friend.
I want to speak directly to the MAGA folks, okay? This is directly to MAGA folks.
Okay,
and
go for it.
I say this from the heart.
Just say it.
This because I love you.
Say it.
This is okay. There's joy in giving. There's joy in being nice to other people. You don't have to be so angry all the time. Smile at a stranger walking down the street. If you see somebody hurting, help them out. You're going to feel so much better. So much better. So please try that experiment.
I don't know if I agree with you.
Give some love to somebody and see how you feel. And I say this from my heart because I want you to be happy. I want you to love life.
Well, you know how I feel. I've been saying for how long I agree with you. When you walk by somebody, give them a smile, say hi. If somebody lets you into the lane, give them a thumbs up when you're driving. I mean, stuff like that isn't that hard. People just want to fight with everybody all the time. I've never seen anything like it. It's like everybody's got to rule everybody. This one's got to slow down to prove you're going too fast. This one's got to do this. This one's got to do that. Moan, moan, moan. We're not moaning. We love it, man. We love it. Okay? Birthright, you ain't stopping it. Bottom line is, it's called the Constitution of the United States. We had founders that put it together, and the birthright came up after the Civil War. Okay, so I mean, there ain't no question about this thing. Okay, it's what it is, and we love those hearts. Please give us more thumbs. We love the
These
thumbs up. Just keep us
Somebody's
rolling.
talking
Go
about
ahead.
Bezos and his rockets. I mean, you don't even have to be a psychiatrist to understand from looking at his rockets what that guy's issue is, right? When you see that thing going up,
How about Elon? They're both the same with all that stuff. But look, I'm happy they're putting their money into it. We got to check space out, though. I keep wondering with Elon Musk.
onto
He's
like
so worried about Mars. Why don't we worry about the Earth? I mean, we got issues we got to deal with here. And once again, Trump is so dumb because he's so focused on energy. We talk energy and all this oil and gas, and he leaves the sun out of it. I'm not talking about wind. He leaves the sun. The sun comes out every day. Things get green. We get happy. We can eat food because of the sun. We can live because of the sun. But why should we use their power? Meaningless, right? It's free. It's meaningless. Why should we do it? Because you got abundant there. We got abundant oil and gas. We are so set with energy, and we're not utilizing it. We're letting, because my big yelling, I've been screaming about, look at it on Just an American Citizen. Please go on Just American Citizen. I don't pull that stuff off. I have all these battery articles in there. I mean, articles, my videos from like 8 years ago, calling them energy conservation devices, ECDs, and said we should be building them because you take it, you have the power. You don't need these gigantic places. If you can hold it in your hand, a battery that can power a house, why shouldn't you be able to do it? Of course you could do it. It doesn't make sense. And you bring it in and you do, you run around. It doesn't, man, it's just so crazy. It's just so crazy. We're going to see what the governors do. And everybody has to go by someone else. You have Mars. Who needs Mars? I love America. I love the Earth. I love America, and we got to worry about what's going on here. Let's see what else we got because, man, woo, I'm just getting handled here. This is just too much. It's a beautiful Wednesday night. Do we have anything else here? I think we hit everything. What do you want to hit today? Oh, the one other thing, I'm sorry, that senators are finally standing up. Senator Brian Schatz. What he did was, do you remember Tommy Tuberville,
yeah,
coach
sure.
from Alabama, who knows nothing?
Coach.
You listen to him, he talks like this, like he's something. I'd love to debate that guy. I don't care. He should know something. He's a senator. He's out of it. Remember, he refused to allow the promotions to go into effect of all the Army and Navy and all because certain people want the right to be able to go somewhere and get their abortion. Well, why not? Okay. But he held it up, said, who cares about the Army? Who cares about the Navy? We're shutting it all down. So Brian Schatz has said, I'm going to do what he did. I'm not going to just agree to unanimous, okay? And I'm not going to agree to any of Trump's people that he wants now. So I'm just going to just say, vote, make it work, force it. And that's what the Democrats should do. Because what something else they should do, they should take a video of Mitch McConnell from when Obama won and have that big quote up there when he said, we're here to stop Obama and get him basically stopped. This is the same type of the thing. You got to do it. You can't get mad. It is what it is. And you got to stand up to him. And the not Democrats, those who are against Trump have to be smart. You can't hit them with everything. So certain people have to hit certain areas and other people have to hit other areas. It's like the way DeepSeek is. It doesn't build the whole plane at once. It takes a piece of the plane and goes at it. So you got to remember, don't use DeepSeek. It's just the Chinese pumping code into your phone. Anybody does this.
Deep Seek loves me.
I know it does. I know until you ask about Tiananmen Square, then suddenly it'll say some Chinese person found it or something. That's what's going to end up. Suddenly it'll be a Chinese person, not you found it. So you get this going on. You got to be careful. We got to be smart. We got to rock and roll. What else do you have to say, Dr. V?
We got a big Super Bowl coming up. The Eagles are in the Super Bowl. Lots to
Oh,
look
fly,
forward
yeah.
to.
Well, we'll be able to do it Sunday. But yeah, fly,
I'll wear
Eagles,
my Eagles
fly. I'm
green
with
on
it.
Sunday.
And Joe won't sing. Now, what we're going to do is this. We're going to let everybody run. We love you. Thank you. We're going to come back Sunday, every Sunday at 11. We're going to be here every Wednesday at 5. This went great. We appreciate your time. Please go into Just American Citizen. You have comments to make, just put them. I come back to you. People see it. I do it all the time. Just an American Citizen. Please put in comments. Please subscribe. I love those hearts. Please go and please give us thumbs up here and hearts. Gotta love them. And then go into Dr. V presents Joe Talks. And we're rocking there. We're going to see you Sunday at 11. I'll be posted. You guys are the greatest. We're coming. We're not in line, Joseph. We are American citizens. We are just American citizens, and we love our country. And it ain't no jive. It's all proved by all the stuff on there. Go and look at Just an American Citizen or Joe Talks, okay? And see it. You'll see we love our country. It's right there. And everything is Eastern time. Yes. 11 Eastern time Sunday, 5 Eastern time here. We love you. Thank you for coming on. Left or right, middle, top, bottom, north, south, east, west. We love you all. And those of you who are foreign who've been watching us, we've been catching a lot of those. I don't know if you know that, Joe. We want to thank you too. A lot of British, Canadian, we're getting them. It's some from the Asian area. I'd say right on. Thank you. We love you. I have to throw this out. We don't do an album of the week or the midweek. We may start. We always have an album of the week. We'll do that Sunday. But thank you again. And that's the way it is.
Period.
See you Sunday at 11.